I'm a baby seahorse. I'm happy that you have come to visit us. We live in oceans and seas. Many other creatures live underwater with us. It's so nice and quiet here. I like it a lot. In the seahorse family, it is the daddy who gives birth to us. He carries us in his sack until we hatch from the eggs our mummy lay into his sack. When we are ready, our daddy releases us from his sack so we could swim around and learn about our world. Oh, wonderful! A new day has just begun. I hatched a short while ago, but I'm already certain that this is the most beautiful place in the world. See, there are plenty of colors and shapes. See how many of us there are? Everyone is different and beautiful. Seahorses mainly live on the bottom, spending their time searching for food. We eat by sucking into our mouths plankton and small shellfish. But some of us don't live at the bottom. There are various species of seahorse. That's why we come in different sizes and shapes. Some live bound to the corals because the marine currents are very strong. Fish don't mind marine currents because they are excellent swimmers. But some of our species are so tiny that they would be wiped out by the currents. So they live bound to the coral twigs by their tails. Other species around us have their own way of holding onto the reef, like this Christmas tree worm. It can hide inside the reef or unfold in the water. Midget seahorses can't do that. They must hold on by their tail and disguise themselves so no one will eat them. They can climb between the twigs and stretch for the plankton floating around. As they hold on to the plant, they use camouflage so as to appear to be part of the plant. Other creatures do that as well. Take the banded Tozema shrimp over there. You don't see her? She's right here at the back on that twig. Okay, here she is without cover, searching for food on the bottom. See? Isn't she perfect? It's much easier to spot the seahorse. Their bodies are covered with stumps and have the same color as sea whips, polyps, or coral algae. At least that's what my daddy said. There is an incredible variety of life underwater. Everything is so bright and colorful. I just can't get enough. Wow, see how many of them there are in such a small place. Here is Mrs. Cleaner Shrimp. Hello, and how are you today? It's so crowded here. Look, here's somebody hiding. It's our relative, Bogabonti Seahorse. And there's two of them. As I said before, our reproduction is different. Unlike other species, our dads are the ones who birth us. Our mum lays eggs into our dad's sack. Mummy says that happens because inside dad's sacks, the conditions are just right for us to hatch. Dad's sack is the perfect place for seahorse eggs. His sack is warm inside with ample oxygen, and the water inside has just the right level of salt. We wouldn't survive without Daddy's protection. But still, Mummy comes every morning to check on him. She wants to make sure he's doing a good job. Our water world is as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are many hungry fish who will eat anyone smaller than themselves. Why are you so amazed? Everyone likes to eat, even you. That's one of the reasons why some fish swim in big shoals. They know there is safety in numbers. Daddy says that even though we don't look like fish, we are, technically speaking, a species of fish. Many of the fish down here are our relatives. Here is a banded pipefish. The dads of their family also carry the eggs that will hatch. See that Denise's pygmy seahorse? You can see here that his sack is full of eggs. It seems he's looking for someone. I think he is looking for his mate. And here she is. She was looking for him. My daddy says that when he found Mommy, he knew he would stay with her for the rest of his life. That's how we live. We use little courtship dances to attract our potential, perfect matching, lifelong mate. Once we find our mate, we never want another one. Isn't that wonderful? It's good to know that we are not alone in this big world. Aren't you the happiest when you're not alone? It's not so long since I hatched, but when I'm all alone, I get sad because I don't like it at all. Oh, look here! What is coming up from the bottom? It's creepy. Daddy says that those are garden eels. They live and hide in their holes on the bottom. They live together in a group. They always leave their hole together. Denise's pygmy seahorse can't stop wondering about all that stuff happening on the sea bottom. I'm so glad Daddy explained all this stuff to me. Otherwise, I would be afraid. This seahorse doesn't have to be afraid. Thanks to his camouflage, he is safe. Look at these two. They will give birth soon. Let's see if you've been watching carefully. Will you be able to find our old friend the banded Tozema shrimp? She's really hiding well. On the contrary, some are more than visible. They're not afraid at all. Hey, look at this ribbon eel. He thinks he's being stealthy, and fish don't see his attempt to catch them. Seems like he's having a bad day. Someone is swimming towards him. More likely walking. Daddy says that this fish doesn't swim, it walks. He looks upset that the other fish scared the prey away. Many other fish live in holes on the bottom. See that one? I'm so happy to be a seahorse, though I confess I have no idea why we are called that. Daddy once told me that once a little fish told him that she heard from a big fish, which heard from a dolphin, which heard from humans, that we are similar to an animal which lives on dry land called a horse. Well, I have no idea what dry land even looks like. They say it's a world with no water. I can't even imagine that. No one there is swimming? Unbelievable. You know, it makes me wonder, if we're supposed to look alike, how does the horse get around if it doesn't swim? Do we really look like the horse? What do you think? Daddy is teaching me about all water creatures that live with us. Rays, eels, shrimps, mollusks, shellfish, and many other animals that swim in the oceans. Some of of them are much, much bigger than us, and some are pretty scary, like this devilfish. See how huge it is? I'll rather stay away from these. Any one of them could suck me into its mouth and I would never get out. And here is another one. I better just hide. We don't have to be afraid of this one. Some creatures are slow and nice, and I'll just bet they're happy to be like that. I'm happy to be a seahorse, even though I'll never know what the land horse looks like. You say it runs on the ground, and its head and neck have a similar shape to mine? That's why they call us Seahorse? So now I understand, but I don't think it really matters. No matter what name I'm given, it will still be me. It'll always be just me. Daddy says night is coming, and I shouldn't think so hard. He told me to stop examining all the sea creatures around me and join my brothers and sisters. I got pretty hungry today, so I think I'll just eat some more plankton. The neighbors' young ones have joined us as well. There is so much plankton around. I love it, and I love to play with my brothers and sisters. We join our tails and swim together. Well, it's time to say goodbye. So long for now. And don't forget your friend the seahorse. Bye-bye.